Daddy Bag of Books is available at daddyandcompany.com.
Welcome to My Life as a Dad. Today's guest is Richard Patrick. A lot of dads I talk to, they go to the park. You put your kid in a music video, but what do you do when you're not doing that?
I have a variety of games that we like to play. I do this thing called the Vortex.
Okay.
Which is, I get on my knees and I just go like, the vortex is coming.
Right.
And if you get too close, I'll grab you and hug you, and then I'll grab both of them, and then I'll go like, the vortex is tired, and I fall on the ground, and and I just kind of hug them, and I'm like, the vortex is gonna fall asleep, and they're trying to get out from underneath me, and they can't because I'm heavier than them. And there's another game I like to play called Soft Belly. Soft belly monster, and I come in, I just, all kinds of stuff like that. I remember my childhood like extremely well, and I just wanted to always encapsulate, because when I was the youngest of 5, so my brother Robert, who's an actor as well, and he used to just be crazy with us, and I remember a lot of he had like the tickle monster, he had the kissy monster, so I actually remember those days fondly, and I want my kids to have a real, visceral playtime where it's like we're really kind of hanging out and hugging each other and wrestling and just all the fun things that you can do. And
it's good for them.
Yeah.
And it's something dads do a lot, because that releases that endorphins in their system and different hormones, and gets them all happy and playful.
Oh yeah. Well, honestly, we have to be the disciplinarian so much of the time. Like, hey, you don't want to, like, for instance, my daughter Sloan has long blonde hair, and it's kind of hanging down. She's like, my hair is getting in my way. So she took scissors and just chopped her bangs off.
Yeah, great.
Like, so you have to be like, you're not really supposed to cut your bangs off, although it was great problem solving, and I understand that, but you really want to leave your hair alone, because that's why we get haircuts and that kind of stuff. So they're constantly getting that kind of, please pick up your clothes, make sure that you eat your vegetables. They have to get so much of that like you have to also just make it fun. Kids have to have fun. And, the other thing that like is completely awesome for me is the fact that, I'm a Star Wars fan, and that's never going away.
Have they seen it yet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm just like,
What age did you introduce to that? I'm just curious.
They saw it like a couple years ago. I played them the original Star Wars.
Okay, so like 4 years old.
Yeah.
All right.
Kind of young for some.
Well, my son's turning 5.
Right.
And I'm waiting to put Star Wars on, because I really want to do it.
Well, the thing is the first 3 are kind of, well, I don't want to get into too much about Star Wars, but I will say this, like, they have no knowledge of my Star Wars collection, and I have a storage facility with like 10 master replica lightsabers and full on like the real, like the really nice helmets and stuff that like they just can't handle as toys.
Right.
So I get to rebuy a lot of the stuff for them so that they can beat it up and be kids with it. But yeah, my son thankfully likes Darth Vader, and like he's way into Darth Vader. So those are the kinds of things. Plus they're into Legos. Mm-hmm. They love Legos,
right.
Which I didn't really realize how cool Legos were until I bought like one, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna see what this is all about. And now I'm hooked on Legos. So we have a thing where like, Ridley will get like a little small Lego, and I'll put it together for him. And now his big thing is, I'm like, try not to destroy it. Just give it like a week of sticking together, because I don't want this thing to be like completely destroyed. So give it a week before you wreck it. And he's like, all right. And
My life as a dad.
Any man can be a father, but but it takes someone special to be the daddy. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Click here to subscribe to our channel. We'll have new videos every Tuesday. Click here to like and click here to share with your friends. Sponsored by Daddy & Company, the perfect gifts for dad. Get 15% off your next purchase at daddyandcompany.com using promo code MLAAD15.